Okay, this is just a quick fun game. It's Mirage versus D Brigade. I am going first and my opponent is going second. I see that I have the rookie in the training option, a new one. So I'm just like, this is a keeper. I think in general, Mirage just has quite a decent matchup against D Brigade. You just have to make sure they don't get out of control too fast. So my opponent hatches, they go into the on deletion command play training option of their own, and they play their searcher. Not Agumon, it's Commandramon. It's a gun. One annoying thing is that Commandramon doesn't have too many effects that add cards to their hand. Pretty much one of the only ones is that Commandramon right there. So it is. I pretty much never gain memory with my Mega on their turn, which is a little annoying, but it's okay. I can't remember. I think that is the restricted one of Ultimate that I evolve into. Unfortunately, I can't bounce anything back, but it will let me unsuspend with that inheritable. So I bounce back the top of their security and I just gain memory and I'm standing back up. At this point, I know I can choke them, so I just go for another swing. Doesn't really matter if I'm suspended here. They only have a rookie and a training option, so I know they can't get high enough to kill me. They'll have to play an option. And my opponent is honestly really behind, just immediately. At its best, Mirage is just very strong, and it helped that I bounce back their Commandramon too. So my opponent is just thinking about what they're gonna do. They're just gonna choke me at one, going into the new ultimate for D Brigade, Cargo Dramon, and they play out High Commandramon. Honestly, I am not really bothered because I just feel like I'm gonna win. Very important addition to this deck is the Zudomon Ace. Yeah, it is so good. At first I was just like, why do they even play this dude? He doesn't seem like the best, but to be honest, I barely even use him to like evolve with like the Ace effect where like the Blast Digi evolve. It's just really solid for hard playing. So to recap, I hard played the Zudomon, bounced back their dude, gained, I don't know, 4 memory with Mock Galgomon, and just that allowed me to unsuspend. I could swing again. At this point, there is absolutely nothing they can do. They haven't attacked my security at all. They only have a rookie in the back. They have 0 security, and my Gomamon, the new Gomamon that I'm about to raise, cannot even be blocked. I think the new Gomamon is pretty important in this matchup if they do get out a bunch of blockers, which you may or may not see that in the next game, because it allows you to not be blocked, which is super strong against D Brigade if it already didn't counter it, the deck. So they play out their Darkramon, but at this point there's literally nothing they can do. They play out the new Brigade Dramon. It's pretty much, again, nothing they can do. They only have 2 blockers, I have 3 swings. Doesn't even matter because Gomamon can be blocked. Check the security, absolutely stacked. I don't know if you saw, but there was, I believe, a memory boost, a wisdom training, or whatever it is called in blue. And then at the very end, there was a full Meteor Moon Blast option. So this game, I take my hand, I'm just like, okay, I have a rookie, I can draw with Thomas. This is fine, I just need to draw some pieces, and immediately draw full moon. and then another Thomas. So I'm just like, crap, I should not have taken this hand. I don't know, the hand was so funny, I just felt like I had to keep it. This isn't exactly too serious a gameplay. I mean, we are playing seriously with our hands, and there we draw another Thomas. And it's just overall generally really unlucky. Draw another Mega. But I am playing seriously. We are playing seriously with the hands we get, even if we take goofy hands. My opponent is just doing their deep brigade stuff, and then I draw the Zudomon Ace. And with this, I can actually have a fighting chance. So Zudomon Ace can trash both of their inheritables and bounce back their high Commandramon, which sets me up really well. I think we forgot to do the Sasuke effect to gain a memory, but they do slot it under high Commandramon, give it jamming. They get out. Okay, they're gonna play the Searcher Commandramon. I really wanted to be in my Mega for that so I could gain some memory, but it's fine either way, really. So one check, mental training. Okay, that's what it's called, and it's just very strong. I don't think there's really any way to put it. So they Digivolve into Numamon, get another Sasuke out, and they put it at the. They take them out and place them into the field. So I'm just drawing. Luckily here, I get the champion and the ultimate. Either way, my game plan was go into Mirage Galgamon. And now that I have two Thomases on the field, I can unsuspend twice. So I go for one check, suspend, unsuspend, another unsuspend stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I can leave him out. I think this was sort of a misplay, but I decided to go up into Mont Galgamon while giving them enough memory to go into their Brigadramon so they can just delete him. This is, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a bad player, but this is one of the first times I was playing Mirage, so I definitely should have accounted for that. So then they played DCD Bomb, and lo and behold, that counters Zudomon Ace. They get to de-Digivolve, and then because the Ace cards play costs are so low, they kill it and gain back memory. So pretty much a one-cost DCT Bomb to delete my only Mega. Then they go into Cargo Dramon, and I already know they're gonna go into Brigadramon, so I just go ahead and delete my dude, because I realize I misplayed. The only chance I have right here is, well, yeah, I sort of wanted a rookie. I could have Digivolved an Alanamon, but because I didn't have an ultimate, I didn't think it was worth it, so I believe searching for a rookie was better. Here, my hand, it's just terrible, but I'm not going to give them enough I don't want to give them too much memory with Full Moon, Meteor Blast, whatever the card is called. So I evolve into the Lanamon. It's not the best, because I really need inheritables, and I really need to bounce them back. But mental training is checked in security, and I have a memory boost. So this is somewhat keeping me in the game. Next turn, I can go into my ultimate and then my Mega. However, I'm just simply not bouncing enough away. Really, for me to win here, I really need my Mont Galgamon, or it's actually called Mirage. I've been calling it the wrong thing this whole time. I really need the Mirage burst mode, and I don't believe there's been a single one in security. We've gone, even though the draw has been terrible, we have gone through quite a bit of cards and not seen Mirage. So with 3 in the deck, it's extremely likely that I'll come across a Mirage at some point, probably next turn. But the Commandramon, the Brigadramon plays out so much Digimon. It's not looking the greatest. So I pop both my boosts. I go up. I'm just counting my opponent's cards. I get plus 4k because I believe they have 11 cards. So I Digivolve into the Mirage. I'm just going to bounce back their High Commandramon. I have Blocker. I'll gain 3 memory from the main effect, 1 memory off the inheritable. I miss out on the unsuspend effect because I'd have to swing in beforehand, but they had Blocker, so no way I was going to do that. Here I was just considering my options. I could Full Moon Meteor Impact, but Brigadramon has annoying protection. But then I play Mental Training. I was looking for Mirage Burst Mode, which was pretty imperative to try and counter my opponent, but still didn't get it. Yet off the search, Ice Wall appears. So I'm thinking I can just stall out my opponent. I have 1 block and 1 security, so if I give them 2 memory, they'd swing once, I block, they swing again, and they'd pass turn. So I play out Ice Wall, and then I play out Thomas, and there finally I get my Mirage Burst mode, though I really needed that last turn. Here my opponent makes a pretty big misplay, not playing out their Satsuke's. I don't know if my opponent could win if they did that, because they'd be at 4 memory, swing once, block, swing again. Yeah, they would have won. So swing once, they're at 2, swing again, they're at 0, and swing for game. So if they just remembered to play out their Satsuke's, they would have won this turn. However, it's really not looking good for me. They go into Darkdramon, and if they just play another D-Brigade, then if I read the card right, they essentially delete Mach Galgamon. So at this point, I know it's over, and just to add insult to injury, they play out the 1 killing option. Deletes the highest play cost. Mirage doesn't exactly have protection unless you're in the alternate mega, which I do have in my hand. But yeah, at this point it's over. I'm just delaying the inevitable. They have so many attacks. I can't go for a game this turn, and I can't stall enough. I already used Ice Wall. On top of this, they can just delete whatever I play out at this point with whatever they have. They have pretty much their whole deck in their hands. Not really, but that's like over 12 cards. So at this point, it's really just over, and we play things out. Even though I am bouncing back quite a bit of stuff, it is not enough. I bounced back a level 3 with the level 4, and then bounced back a level 4 with my level 5. I accidentally thought I had the other Gaomon rookie and thought I could gain a memory, so if you saw some weird stuff happening earlier, that's because of that. If I did, I could have bounced back one more thing, but again, it's just over. 1 check, it's only a champion, and they just swing for game. And then there I am talking about how many tamers I had in my hand at the start. Which is overall just pretty funny. So I would say that was, at this point, I've realized Mirage just has quite a good matchup into D-Brigade. With that absolute awful hand, we were able to stall it out and almost win. I say almost win, but it depended. If I had a Gomamon and I couldn't be blocked, I believe I could have won at some point, but it was sort of breaking, or if I got that Mirage earlier. So my previous hand, I had a mulligan for this game because it was only ultimates and tamers. However, right now, even though it is sort of awful, we have the mental training to search 2 cards, and we have Zudomon Ace, which is a 4 play cost, and will remove something from play. So my opponent has their training boost, and they go up their line, go into Cargo Dramon, completely whiff their hits. You almost always expect to hit something, but when you go through so many roulettes of searching a top 3, every once in a while you are going to miss out on a few hits. So that was pretty hard for them. They also, at this point... Oh, my music stopped. No, the music is just quiet. Okay, so at this point, I didn't have any Digimon on the field, so Brigadramon couldn't delete anything with its when Digivolving. So I sort of count that as a plus. I played out the Memory Setter Tamer, so I can play Zudomon Ace and bounce something back while choking them. And I'm also specifically removing Brigadramon's protection because it is very annoying and hard to deal with when you can't bounce it back. However, next turn, if they don't deal with my Zudomon Ace, I have Mirage Galgomon in my hand and Burst Mode. So that will most definitely allow me to bounce one thing back. I left them with not enough memory to go into another Mega. So whatever ultimate or champion they put out, I can bounce back with Mirage and then go into Burst Mode to bounce back their Brigadramon currently. So they go into Tankstramon, they forget the draw, so I remind them about that, and then they play out the blocker. Commandramon honestly doesn't even matter because Brigadramon gives all of them blocker. I don't know, you probably shouldn't run that in the decks anymore. However, they play out Cargo Dramon, which is really good, but at this point, my setup is too strong. So there are exactly 7 cards in their hand, so I'll bounce back Cargo Dramon, make it to where they have 8 cards, gain 2 memory, and then pretty much immediately go into Mirage Burst, just reading the card to make sure. And instantly bounce back Brigadramon, gain another 2 memory because they have 9 cards in their hand at this point. By playing out Thomas, I can use its effect to allow me to get another attack with my Mirage. However, I'm not doing it just yet. You have to do the proper timing. So when attacking, because they have 9 cards in their hand, we're going to randomly bottom deck one of those cards to unsuspend. And I'm just telling my opponent to leave that out because I'm probably going to do it again. They check their card, and my attack is going over Command Tankstramon. They should not have blocked that because they just use... So yeah, they blocked to save their Tankstramon. However, my Mirage is already unsuspended. So the attack goes through, then I attack again. I use Thomas, so they draw an extra card, and I can use the when attacking effect to bottom deck another card and unsuspend. And then I swing into security again with Mirage. You can get quite a bit of attacks at once. And then just pass my opponent going into the champion. I also swung in with the Gaomon because the new inheritable gives you jamming because they had no Digimon on the field. Here's the DCD bomb, killing Zudomon Ace. You sort of have to be wary of that, but to be honest, there was nothing else I could do. The Zudomon Ace was a really good play. And I have another line. Well, no, I don't actually have another line, but I have 2 mental trainings and a memory boost. So I'm somewhat thinking of what I'm going to do. I sort of want to use the new Gomamon's effect to where it can't be blocked. So I believe here, I swing in with my champion because it has jamming. Tap Thomas so we both draw a card, just so we see more cards. And here, we're just going to do some more setup. I have Ice Wall, but there's not really a point because I can only attack with one Digimon. Ice Wall, at this point I'm really trying to find the Mega, but out of 2 mental trainings, we found none of them. But I'm fairly confident that we will find the Mega next turn because we'll have 1 draw for start of the turn and 2 more draws for Digivolving. On top of that, Gomamon can't be blocked, and so I could just swing into security and tap Thomas draw, even though that is a little risky. But it doesn't matter. Start of the turn, I draw the Mega. So Gomamon can trash any card. I believe I trashed the effect. Because they have 2 protections, I just trashed the effect that gives them, allows them to play more D-Brigades. Also, by the way, they just whiffed every card at the end of their turn. But at this point, it's pretty much just over. I can't be blocked. I go up. They have no other D-Brigades to give them protection. And even though I miss out on the level 5 inheritable to unsuspend, it doesn't matter. I just swing in, go into Mirage, and go for game. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.